Hello everybody and welcome back to Crusader Kings, where we need to expand and we need to do it rapidly. If we check in here, we can see that we need, in 12 years, to get like 127 more counties. That's a lot of counties. No doubt about that. So we do have some areas that we can attack, like these up over here. This is all like single counties almost up this way. Yeah, that's a little rough. I'm looking for locations like this, where we can take a number of de jure lands all at once. But the question is, do we have anything big that we can do? Actually, that's pretty decent. We're going to be low on our prestige, but that's understood. How many counties is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, this is going to be like 30 counties. That's pretty decent, really. But we would need additional prestige for that. Our legitimacy is low, and that does make it tough to get things like this. So that's understood. That's going to make things complicated. We're going to need to build up our legitimacy. We do have locations like this that we can go after. We can seize this de jure, and that would only cost us 224, and I think we should do this. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 counties, but we can start up wars with some of these surrounding as well. So I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to declare here. I'm going to do a de jure claim here. And then we're also going to attack these guys de jure all simultaneously. And that's a number of additional counties. We need to come in over here. This is going to be de jure. And then here, this is going to be de jure. So the question is, how many do we want to go for here? Because the more wars we declare at once, the more frisky the AI is going to get, right? So that's definitely a concern. This is currently 7. I think we're going to go to 10. 8, 9, and 10. Okay, so we're going to need to raise forces somewhere around here. So let's drop a rally point here, and we'll raise just our men-at-arms. Beautiful. So this is going to get us some amount of forces, and we're going to make our way up over this direction as soon as our men-at-arms arrive, which is going to take a little while. Okay, they decided not to come in and stack wipe our 0 troops. That's convenient. So we're going to come up over here, and this will be fine as soon as we get around to arriving. We're actually going to stack wipe their force here, which is very good for us. I like it. Okay, so that's done. And we're going to get this siege done very quickly. We're going to come in and take their capital. This could theoretically end the war. We'll see. So we'll just hop up right over here. That puts us at 95. Okay, so we'll come over here, siege this, and that'll be fine. And then we'll push our way up this direction in a shape kind of like that, is the idea. So this is going to be a pretty big campaign here. We'll get a decent number of counties out of it. We have spent a lot of prestige on this war, to be sure. We'll have to get more prestige, and that's absolutely understood. So we're going to head in up over this way. This war is over, and we're going to enforce those demands. Done. Okay, now we're going to grant out these titles, because we don't need to hold these. And that's, of course, going to put us above our vassal limit, which is absolutely understood. But what we can do here is we can grab the kingdom title here and create this. There we go. And then that de jure belongs down here, apparently. Sure. Congrats. You get to be a king now. Okay, there we go. And those vassals go with. Perfect. So we're still... Okay, we're 0 direct vassals above. That's fine. But note that that also generated us prestige, and that is phenomenal. So we're going to hop up over here and grab this real quick. Up we go. Because we've got additional wars to wrap up. So there's this one done. We'll enforce those demands, and we're going to hop on over this direction. Now, we're not going to get there in time to stop this siege, unfortunately, and we see that there is factions brewing up. This is Maturidi nomads. I'm not concerned about them as of right now. They're mostly just doing this because they're like, look at all these wars. This must be a good time. It's not a good time. As we expected, the AI is going to get frisky as we do this. That was absolutely expected. We will summon the physician here. Okay, we're going to go for a soft approach. Cool. And do we even care about taking this back? I mean, it's going to take, like, no time. So we have to pass through here anyway. It's okay. Okay. Unfortunately, we had to take the coastal quarantine there. That's going to pretty dramatically hurt our income, but it's okay for now. Okay, this war is now over. We're going to enforce those demands. There we go. Next up, we can head up over this direction. I don't know if we even want to deal with these guys. Probably not. Yeah, probably not. So we're going to head up over here. That's absolutely fine. And we need to wrap up all of these little wars that we've declared. So, intrigue, education focus, huh? Sure. I don't think that's even our... I don't think that's even our heir. This guy's our heir, and he has a martial education. That's understood. That's probably not the worst thing at this moment. So we're going to head up over this direction, and we're going to get this siege completed. Okay, we are ill, but we are a little brighter. We'll probably recover, so that's good. This war is over. We're going to enforce these demands, and we're going to head right on up over here next. Perfect. So we've got ourselves a pretty decent-sized campaign cleaning up these little guys here. We're going to punch somebody. That'll be fine. And you're offering a white piece? No, get out of here. That is not going to happen. Under zero circumstances would that happen. This war's now over. We're going to enforce those demands. And we're going to head on over here. This needs to be granted out. There we go. That might put us over our vassal limit, but it doesn't appear to be. Okay, cool. Okay, it does. It actually is. Why did these guys just randomly appear here? Okay, whatever. I don't care. So we're going to wrap up this war at this point, and now we're going to head up over here. So, of course, we're above our vassal limit, and we will deal with this majoratively after this set of wars. We've got a couple more wars to go here, and that's absolutely fine. Okay, so we're going to head up here, siege this. That's the next goal here. That might end this war, or it might not. We'll see. It did. Beautiful. Okay, so we're going to enforce those demands, and we're going to head on over this direction. We'll grant out these titles. There we go. And we still have 3 more wars to go. So the plan here is to hit here and then come down this way like this, is the general concept. So we are over our vassal limit. That is a problem. We do want to handle that, but we're going to do that after this set of wars is done. We also have these guys that are Maturidi populace. They're probably not going to be a big deal long-term, but right now they're a bit of a deal. So we can extort subjects. Now, where are my loyal subjects? We're no longer ill, and that's very good for us. They even live by our mercy alone. Okay. So we're going to come down here and take these guys out. Actually, never mind. This war's over. We're going to enforce these demands. And we're going to head off over, I guess, right here. Oh, we're no longer at war here. Okay, it's a little awkward. We're going to come down over here. That's fine. That was an ally, apparently. I was just a little confused about who all we were at war with. It's fine. We're going to head up over here eventually then. So that looks okay. So we're going to be, again, over our vassal limit, and we will deal with that after we're out of these wars. So I'm going to grab this location. Never mind, we can't. We're going to come down here. And we do need to come deal with this. We'll do that very soon. Okay, that put us at -3. Understood. So we're going to come down, occupy this real quick. This is their capital. This could theoretically end the war, but it may not. We'll find out. Who is this? I mean, I don't care about this war. I'm going to decline that. We've got other issues at this moment. So we're at 49% war score here. I'm going to hop down over this direction. We're going to grab this. I don't think that that's actually going to end this war, unfortunately. I wish that it did. Offer military assistance. No, thank you. Okay, yeah, show in this guy. That'll be fine. We'll gain some prestige out of that. That's fantastic. And we're going to hop on up over to here. We had skipped this previously. I had hoped that we would have gotten a capture out of here, but it didn't happen. So we're going to grab this on our way up to here. That'll be fine. So this should wrap up the war. That'll be wonderful. We'll summon the physician, and we do have a new stewardship perk available. So we'll take organized muster rolls. Fantastic. Now we have a lot of money on hand, and I want to hop down to our capital region, down over here, because I want to get a bunch of upgrades going here. I'm going to build workshops. We're going to build workshops here as well, and we're going to definitely get an elephantry upgrade here. In Colum, I would love to get an elephantry upgrade as well. In Kyle, we can't afford an elephantry. That's fine. I'm going to go for a barracks upgrade here. Okay, so that'll be very, very solid, and we're just going to hop right on up over this direction. Checking in on these factions, yeah, so that's definitely noted. 2 months on those nomads. We can deal with the nomads, it's not the biggest of deals, but we want to get out of these wars and put these guys down very, very soon here. So it's going to take us 4 months to arrive up over here. This is at 96. They still have ticking. That's weird, right? Well, they have ticking because of the control here. Now, unfortunately for us, this is occupied by someone who isn't us, and we actually can't do anything about that. So instead, we're going to head up over this direction. And hopefully this will end soon. We can also see that the ticking here is bugged because it's flashing. So that's very unfortunate. Yeah, summon the physician, that's fine. And you can see this is still ticking away at us. That's not ideal at all. But we're going to hop up over here and get this one done first. Okay, so early prevention failure, that's all fine. We had a siege loss out over here, that's understood. And, okay, you want freedom? You'll have it in death. So this guy is firing, and he is right up over here. So I'm going to drop a rally point here. We're going to hire in our Holy Order, as usual. And I'm going to go with this one. I don't think they're actually here. We're going to raise all here, and we'll see what we can get. Okay, so that'll be fine for the time being. We'll just need to get that under control. So these guys are on their way up. We lost our leader here at some point. This guy will do. Cool. So now the question is, how long before we have a decent force here? By decent, I mean about 12k. That's about what we need. So we're going to hop up over here. I really wish that this ticking wasn't problematic like this, but alas. High partition? No. Get out of here. Okay, so we're going to take this, and that'll end this war. No problem there. Cool. So we'll enforce those demands. And now we're going to head down over this direction. The main problem, of course, is that we're going to have to take back some of these territories, actually. So we've got enough troops here. This is fine. We're going to walk in here. And yeah, unfortunately they took that, but we're going to hop in here and fight them. There we go. Hopefully we stack wipe that. Timing is, of course, awkward on all of this. It always is on these. We didn't stack wipe it, but actually this war is over, remarkably. Ah, we captured the enemy leader. Sure, we'll take it. So that seems fantastic. I'm not going to disband this at this time, though. So we're going to head down over this way, because we need to come back over here. So we'll arrive here in 2 months at this moment, and ticking war score is still against us. We can't do anything about that. But what we can do is come out over here and fight these guys. So that's what we're going to end up doing. This war has already dragged on longer than it should have. This guy declared war on us. Okay. Awkward timing. Very awkward timing. We'll deal with that in a little bit. So, to that end, we do need to disband this army. Okay. So that army is now disbanded. We're going to walk over here and take this back. The ticking war score is absolutely terrible for us right now. So we're going to go ahead and win that back. No problem. That brings us to 82. They're not actually getting any occupation here, are they? No, they are, but it's tiny. So what we need to do is we need to chase down their forces over here. We have to fight them. So we're going to walk down over here, and as far as this goes, I'm going to start raising forces somewhere around here. So it's going to take them some time to get there. Timing is very awkward on all of that. Like I said, the AI gets frisky when we do this. No, we'll not grant you this land. It's okay, we can handle it. It's not a big deal. So we're going to hop down over this direction eventually, but moving through these mountains in the winter takes a while. So we're going to make our way down, and we're going to give battle. Assuming we're able to catch them, which they're running away. And I'm not terribly surprised about that one. So we're going to come down over this way and see what we can catch here. We can catch some of them anyway. Okay. And now we're going to come in here and catch the rest of these. But that didn't get us much battle war score. Hopefully this will. Yes. Okay. This war's over. We enforce those demands. And now we're going to need to move these guys back into a friendly area. We need to grant this out. And we need to grant this out. Okay. Now we need to deal with our vassal limit. So, kingdoms in this territory. Well, that's kind of big, and we can't actually get that. So we're going to have to grant this over to somebody like this guy. It'll be fine. I'm going to grant some vassals over here. That'll be 1. I wish we could do multiple at a time here. 2. 3. 4. I'm not sure what's going on with this one. Okay. Grant vassal 5. We'll do this one next. 6. 7. And there's got to be an 8th around here somewhere. Almost certainly. Well, there is this guy, but he's independent. For now, I think I'll call that good. We're only 1 direct vassal above. So that seems okay for the moment. Now, these guys need to get back onto friendly territory. That's the dream at this moment. Okay. I'm going to put these down. And this is another pop here. So this is populists. Noted. We will deal with the populists as well. So this guy is the bigger threat at this moment. Where are these populists? Okay. Out over here. They apparently have 40,000 troops. They've got a few up over here. That's noted. I'm wondering about the war goal here. Okay, so they have forces out over this direction. Gotcha. So for now, that seems fine. I want to raise up additional forces here. We're going to raise up our men-at-arms. So as you can see, these raises are going to take a while because this timing was just wrong. Very wrong. Sure, we'll make the Blacksmiths Guild be empowered. That's okay. So there's some allied forces that are going to help us with some of this, and that's absolutely great. But what we need right now is just a little bit of time to get these raised up. So that's understood. I don't know, with all of these rebellions and external wars that have happened in this guy's life, I don't know if we're going to be able to get this realm expanded enough. I kind of doubt it at this point, to be honest. We've got a long ways to go on that. We'll try, but we'll see. So out over this direction, I'm wondering if these guys are hostile to each other. Okay, now we've got more nomads popping here. That's understood. So these guys are up over here. I'm going to drop a rally point here, and we're going to hire mercs to deal with these. So that'll be fine. I want to do something like these guys, or ideally, I guess these guys would do. And they can go right on in here. So that'll be fine. But like I said, the AI gets frisky when we do this. So we're going to take care of these guys. That'll keep us ticking war score, but I don't think we're on stack wipe pace over here. So that's understood. Okay. So yeah, no stack wipe there. We do want to chase these forces down if at all possible. So we're going to hop down over this way and see where they're retreating to. That put us at 48% war score right there. So that's very good. And yes, I'm aware that these are causing problems. I'm thinking that we may end up... Okay, this is gone at this point. That's interesting. That's very interesting. I'd like it if this guy would end his war, but we'll see if that ends up happening. We're still raising forces over here, and I don't know where these guys ended up going. So that is noted. So ticking will, of course, be a good thing here, but they have additional forces, and I don't know where they are. They're probably extremely spread out. But yeah, I really don't know where they are. They're down here? Okay. Noted. For now, we're just going to turn back around, and we'll park over here. So we've got some other problems over this way, of course, and it's going to take time for our forces to get down here. The timing was just barely wrong, as it has been so many times throughout this last couple of generations. It's kind of wild. I'm really hoping this guy finishes his war. Actually, I'm going to accept this. That's only 25 gold. So, sure. This guy can join. He doesn't have much for forces, but that seems okay. Now, this guy. His war is 74%. So he might be done very, very soon here, actually. Yeah. And if he finishes that, then he'll come down and maybe start fighting this. That would be the dream. Yeah, he's at 100%. So that looks good at that point. We're still raising forces down this way. It's going to take time. So we need to keep an eye on this out over here because we need to prevent them from doing things like this. So we need to go up there and do that. And eventually, our forces here will be strong enough. But it will take a while, unfortunately. So yeah, this guy's now coming down this way. I'm hoping to see him start fighting. Yes, he is fighting. Beautiful. Partially. Not all of his forces are fighting. He's going to actually end up losing that, I think. Well, maybe. The AI didn't respond to that battle. I think it's fine then. Yeah, he's going to end up winning that because the AI didn't respond. So that's all good. We're going to win this battle. That's a very, very good thing for us. We, of course, need to get our forces raised eventually. But I'm going to stop this force from raising for right now. And we're just going to be raising here. And we need to come down... Well, we really need to come up over this way, actually. And deal with this first. So we'll get that done. These guys up here, they are on their way in. And we're probably going to lose this according to the game. That might happen, actually. We'll see. Advantage is good. They don't have the numbers. So we're going to have to slow siege this back. We're going to take popular figurehead, which is going to be very useful for us going forward, for sure. So we're going to take popular figurehead here. We're going to head up over here and start giving some battles here while we wait for our men-at-arms to continue to raise. So our men-at-arms raising down over here will be slow. And we're going to come in over this way and start seeing some battles out this direction. So that's good. The question is, will we arrive here before they get their siege done? And the answer is no. Okay. Well, that's fine. So these guys up over here, yes, show yourself in. Fantastic. These guys up over here, we're going to slow siege that back. So that's going to be 7 months. That's understood. Our battles out over here will be absolutely fine with our allies, and I'm hoping that we're going to have sufficient siege here with our allies to get these taken over. But eventually, these guys will arrive. Eventually. Okay, so we win that battle, and this siege is fairly slow, but we have allies in this area. Again, hopefully they're going to bring their siege men-at-arms. We've got some of our men-at-arms here at this point. They're beginning to arrive. This is now the majority of our men-at-arms. So I'm going to stop gathering here, and we're going to head up over this direction. And we're going to continue to gather these men-at-arms, but they're going to be... Actually, we're going to continue to gather everyone, but they're going to be right up over here. Okay, so our men-at-arms are on the way over, and we can now start to actually crush this area, and that will be absolutely wonderful for us. So I want to check in on this force up over here. Very rude. Very, very rude. I'm going to bring in a second mercenary force up here at this point, and that's going to be these guys. So we're going to come in here and try to fight this. That'll be 11 days and in 17 days, so that's unfortunate timing, but they move around so quickly. So we're just going to hop up over here. We'll get these sieges back eventually, but to be honest, we need to head up over here. That's what we need to do right now. So we're going to do that, and these guys will arrive here in the eventual times, but it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we're going to get all of this dealt with, and we are going to get back under control. But I don't think we're going to be able to get our oath completed, unfortunately. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Dark Horse, Ethan Feldman, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Punching the Microphone, The Lounge STL, Spock, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.